Hello, how are you? Well, welcome. This is a video to help you to remind you what we did last lesson. Last lesson was about the flexion and extension of your pelvis. We're working with rocking forward and backward the pelvis. I'm gonna bring you this image of the ball. So imagining that your pelvis is like a ball, and when we rock forward and backward, this is the movement in an external image of your pelvis doing. This is a nice image because you can imagine in a three-dimensional way or shape of your pelvis. So you have your front, you have your back, front your pubic bone, the back your tailbone, and in the sides we have the iliac crest of our pelvis. And here, what we didn't saw yet, here in the base we have the sit bones. So this is the idea we were working with, bringing the pelvis forward and backward. And this is a movement that you can do in different positions in space, even if you are sitting or if you are sitting on the floor or sitting in a chair. We were exploring this movement lying on the floor. I'm going to remind you a few passages of the lesson. We were lying on the floor in this way, and we were moving the pelvis forward and backward. And we were exploring and feeling to moving the pelvis forward through expanding the belly and contracting the belly, using the abdominal muscles as a motor, as a initiator of the movement of your pelvis. So using this muscle forward and backward. Remember, we bring the idea of maybe breathing in, expanding your belly, and breathing out, contracting your belly. So using your abdominal muscles and using your breathing to do this movement. We rest, we pause. We use also the idea to move the pelvis through the pressing of your feet on the floor. So pressing, and when you are pressing, you have the possibility to feel how this movement transport and in a way affects different parts of your spine and your back, and how this changed the relationship with your spine and your back with the floor. So pressing and unpressing, that was the second one. We move also with the idea of some external strings were moving the pubic bone towards the floor and then away from the floor, like a string, something from outside was moving our pelvis, which is a way to move with the image of something else, or external forces move us. Then we pause. We did this movement also in an asymmetrical configuration with one leg bent and the other leg extend. We were moving the pelvis towards 12 and 6 again, and feeling also how this movement is traveling towards maybe a diagonal because we are in an asymmetrical position. We add the heel going towards the wall in front of us and the heel coming near, playing with this flexion and extension of the ankle and the movement of the pelvis. Then we swap and do exactly the same movement and the variations, adding the heel in the other position, and also noticing, is this position different from the when I was moving with the other leg? So playing this forward and backward, using the muscles of your belly and expanding, using now the invitation was okay, I can use the transport, pressing the floor with the foot. I can use these muscles of my belly. I can use the idea, and I can use everything. Well, this is the spirit of the exploration, as a different way to move, and maybe integrate a little piece of them to you can distribute the force in a more easy way of movement. The last position we were was, as you maybe remember, was lying on your front. So in this position, we were moving our pelvis forward and backward, and we were playing with the head up. When was a good moment to bring the head up? Which was the position of your pelvis, allowing and permitting that your head could uh, lift in a more easy way. So this is more or less what we did. A very quick review that helps you to remind what we did in the last lesson. I hope you can find a time to explore this movement again during the week. Remember, it's not important how good or how big you do the movements. The important thing is that you start to learn to listen to yourself, to take care of yourself, and to notice also when you do a movement with the central part of you, which was this one with the pelvis, how this affects you in other parts of you, in your shoulders, in your spine, in your upper spine, neck and head. Well, I hope to see you next time, and have a good week and take care. Bye.